ठीक है, ये तो कर ही लिया था।
यप। भाई क्या सीन है।
कुछ डाउट है?
मैं कहाँ चला हुआ।
हेलो।
हेलो हेलो।
स्टार्टेड। ठीक है, तो ये वाला कोटिंग वाला तो खत्म हो गया था। सो दिस इज डेट सिचुएशन। तो अगर कोड्स यूज करने हो तो बैक स्लैश लगाना पड़ता है। बैक स्लैश होता है पीछे की तरफ गिरा हुआ स्लैश, और फॉरवर्ड स्लैश आगे की तरफ होता है। तो फॉरवर्ड स्लैश कई जगह यूज होता है, कई जगह बैक। तो इंटरव्यू, सो देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन इन इंटरव्यू that is asked to find which of the backslash statement is correct. So there will be 4 type of slash in written: backslash, forward slash, n slash b. So we have to find which one is correct or which one is not. So that is it. And then quoting, as we know in this one, yeah, in double quotes, everything that we write is get executed, and the variables will also get executed. So that is the feature of this one. And in the single quotes, nothing will be executed. Then variables, so variables are entered without space. So any variable equal to this, so this will be stored in this variable. And in double quotes, the variables will get executed. In single quotes, it will be treated as whatever it is without any change. And then example equal to quotes, in this problem statement we learned that when something is encoded or in between the single quotes, it will printed in the same way without any change. But in this case, there was a trick that starting was there, then ending was there, then again starting it here and ending it here. So basically, we can see that this line was not inside single quote, so it worked, and the value or the result is output. In the output, then searching. So how to search? Searching, we have learned a new command, that is grep. So it just it just search for lines in one or more files or from standard input. So what it means is, if you are doing ls and we know that ls will be giving us various file name, we can search in that also, or we can also search in the file itself. Okay. So yeah, that's it. And inverse match, only match, and show line number, these are the options in that. So show line numbers will show which line number is containing this one. So let's just practice a little more on grep, because we have done practical on that till now, but let's just learn a little more commands. So this is cat phones.txt. What that means is, phones.txt is having all these data values. So this is contained in phones.txt. These are the names of that person, and these are the phone numbers of the person. So this is a file name. File name is phones.txt, and this is the content of that file. Now what we have to do is, we have to use grep command to find multiple things. So in this case, 6161 is a number into contact number. So what we did is, we did grep and then single quotes, then 61, because Without quotes, this curly bracket or circular bracket will not be considered to work. So we used single quotes, then phones.txt. What it did is it found all the lines where this is there. So in the lines, if 61 is there, then it just found out all those lines. So that is an important thing that, like, in the interview, they ask you to write a code that finds all the numbers that are having 21 in them, or find all the numbers that are having the name starting with A or R. So that can be easily done with grep. And so the output for this is grep, then what we have to find here, and then the file name. Okay, so that's it. Then in this case, the two numbers were having the same thing, so it got executed. Now if we want to find out uh, the name where it is starting with P and ending with O, right? So for that, we cannot write the full name two times, that is wrong. So for that, what we will do is we will do grep as usual that we do, then P and dot star, then O. What it means is, dot star will ignore all the things that are present in between the number and O. So O is the last word, P is the starting word. So it just gave us the two names or two lines in which the word was found. So that is how we can use grep. And let's practice a little more about grep. So cat phones. So cat is concatenation, as we know. So phones.txt. Phone.txt is containing this amount of data, right? And if we do echo star, then all these values will be uh, printed from the phone, right? Printed from the files. Okay. So if we did grep Paul star, what that means is, basically there is enter. This one is a new line. So echo star means list all the files that are present in that area. So in that folder we have languages, name, OSs, phones 2.txt, txt and phones.txt. So these are the five files that are present in the folder. So when we write cat phones.txt, so a new file is created, or we created a new file earlier that is having these four numbers. Now what we did is grep all star. So what star means is, in all the files that are present in the whole folder, let's find something that are having word that is starting with Paul, that are containing this word Paul. So what it means is, as we know, in the phones.txt, there were one Paul, two Paul present, and in phones2.txt, Paul was also there, right? So echo star is giving us all the files that are present in the folder. Then when we did grep Paul star, so what it did is find Paul in all the files that are present in the folder. In the folders, all the files are used. So what is the format of writing that is? First file name, and then the line in which Paul was containing, or Paul was there, then fonts.txt, and then again last one is again from phones.txt, and it is having Paul, and it is having also Paul. So it just listed out these two lines. So now we have a new command, that is sad. So SED, no, it is not sad, it is just SED. Okay. So it is like a programming language, and it is a little weird because it can be used to alter the file, right? So till now, what we did is echo was used to print all the contents. Cat was also used to print all the contents that are in the file. Echo star was giving us all the files that are present in the folder. Uh, so that is what we have learned so far, but we have not learned anything that can replace the word, basically, because find can be done with grep. So grep is good at finding the things, even like if you have 20, 30 files present in your system, and you want to find the files which have name Varun in it. So you will just do grep Varun star, and out of all the files that are present in your folder, it will list out the files that are containing Varun. So suppose if you are making projects and various entries for Varun is there in your whole project system, then using grep you can easily find that, and even you can tell it to your teachers so that they can easily find which sub ppt is submitted with which person, and they can also count in how many files the name is there. Then let's use sed. So how to use sed is, the sed and then this, okay, so this is a string and this is phones.txt. So what that means is, what that means is, you can see phones.txt. This name was there, Judite. I don't know what the name is this, but yeah, this name is present like Judite, and it is in phones.txt. So phones.txt is having these four names. And what we did is we used sed. So sed s slash Judite slash Judith. So what it did is it automatically replaced Judite with Judith. So it is just finding and replacing the files. So Judite is replaced with Judith. So SED. So basically S slash slash. So you have to put the values in this slashes, and it is really important thing in scripting to be learned, because most of the time the interviewer just asks the person, so if there is a file in which everywhere oranges are written and we want to create a new file that is having apples written in place of oranges, so what needs to be done? So the basic command for that will be sed and s then slash uh, oranges, because we have to replace, and we replace it with apple, so oranges slash apple slash, and then file name. So it will do, what it will do is it will replace all the oranges with apples and vice versa if you want to do. So that's it. And yeah, there is like showing it a little more clearly. So cat phones.txt, then it was having Judite as we know, then set dash I slash Judite Judith phones.txt. So it replaced Judite with Judith, and yeah. Now we have to learn a new thing, that is AWK. No, it is not awkward. It is just AWK. So a full-fledged programming language. So it is similar to PHP or Perl if you know about them. So PHP is a web development language you can directly use for developing websites. So most programmers will be comfortable with AWK, and it reads the file as table. So every line that is present in the record is a comma separated value. So it reads all the files as table. Okay. So what it means is, all the it just reads the file as a table. That is the more important thing in this. So in this case, we are using AWK and $1 equal to Paul and print. So what it did is, any doubt? Okay. Just take screenshot of anything that you want to write. You can press Windows button and print screen. It will take the screenshot. Print screen is near the backspace and delete. So, and Windows button is on the left side of Alt. Okay. So,
Okay, bro. Okay.
So awk, so what awk does is we just wanted to print Paul. So $1 equal to, like $1 equal to Paul and print. So it just printed the value of Paul, right? So okay, so it just printed Paul. And if I want to print near to words related to Paul, so I did use this tilde symbol. So tilde symbol is present in your keyboard below that escape key. So at the top corner of the keyboard there is tilde key present. So tilde key is used to like nearly, approximately near to that. So $1 equal $1 and tilde, then Paul print star. So what it did is it printed all the values that are related to Paul, and again this star means all the files, right? This star means all the files. So if you want any specific file to be used, just put the name of that file, it will work for that file only. And yeah, now we have pipe and command substitution. So awk is clear, right? So basically awk, each line is a record for awk, and each space separated part is a column. Okay, so you have to read a little more about awk and practice a little more questions, but the basic thing about this is this much: if you use double equal to sign, then it will match the exact case, exact thing only. And if you use tilde symbol, then it will go near to that. So that's it. Then we have pipes and command substitution. So what is pipe? Literally pipe as we use in our system. So what is pipe? If we want to make water from one place to go to another place, then we use pipes to transfer the water from one place to another place. For gas pipeline and for other stuff, we use pipes. So in the programming language itself, pipe, the meaning of pipe is redirect standard output from one command to another command standard output. So what that means again is, if we run one command and we want to use the result of that command into another command input, right? If you want to read the command from one thing and want to provide it to another command, so what that means, let me clear that again. If you want to use, so basically pipe is this. So pipe is this standing pole that is in your keyboard above enter key. So that when we use shift, so this one is there, this one will be used. So this is pipe. So what that does is, if we are using two commands, that is ls, and then use this, and then use grep, and we write star dot jpg. Okay, so pipe is this. So if you want to use two commands, if you are using two commands, that is ls and then grep star.jpg. What it did, the mouse is very poor to write on language, so leave it. Just it should be understandable. So if we are using ls, then grep star.jpg, what it does is the output of ls will be the input of grep, right? So if you use this one, then the whole output of ls is used as input for grep, and it will give the new output, right? Can also redirect standard error. That is true, and this is how most of the magic happens. So magic, by magic means is we can just combine multiple things together. So cat command is used to show the contents of a file. So cat phones.txt is showing all the content. Then if you use grep, so cat phones.txt pipe, and then grep single quotes, uh, this exponential key, and then p. So the letter starting with p is present in this one, and there is other thing like this. So we can use multiple pipes also. So cat phones.txt will print all the values present in the present in the database or present in the file name, and then grep star p, yeah, this one. So grep exponential p, it will find all the values that are having p. So yeah, it is showing all the letters with p. And then what we did is, it's really interesting now. Sed Sed is for replacing anything. So s slash 0 to 9, and then again slash, then plus, then dollar, and then finally we are using 4 stars. So what it did is, we can see it now. So if there is space, then replace all the things that are present after space to star. So it did the similar thing. So there is a space. So what it did is, after space, and it is in the last, so then replace all the things that are having star. So all the things are replaced with star. Okay, so we have to practice a little more about these commands. So these are pipes. So basically these are very useful in commands. Then now we have command substitution. So add one command output to another command. So what it means is, one command is merged to another command. We will be learning it a little later. So final things are there. So the command ls, so the ls command, the list command, function in the kernel terminal, Linux terminal, to show all the major directories filed in a given file system. So if we are in a directory and we want to show all the files, that is ls. And if we want to change the directory to any other folder, so we can write the path of that folder, and it will change the path to that folder, and we can then use ls to list all the files in that folder. Move mb is like literally move command. So it enables us to move one thing to another, one file to another file, or move one folder to another folder. Mkdir is make directory. Just write the name, and it will create a new directory. Then man. So man command is very important and very useful in Linux. So if I use git bash, and if I want to know about something, that is man ls. Man is not found. Okay, very nice. So in bash it is not there. We have to use Linux for that. You will be learning that. Then there is touch command. So touch command is to make a file in a directory. So if you want to create a new file, we will try that later. So touch command is used to create a new file in a directory. What that means is touch and then space uh, calculator.py. If you write this, then it will create a new file in your directory, that is calculator.py, and you can directly use that file. Okay, then there is rm. We have learned that rm is to remove something. If you want to remove the directory, you can use rmdir, just as mkdir. Clear command. So clear command is to clear the screen, what is on the screen. So if there is a lot of mess on the screen and you want to clear every command that we have used, So we just write clear and it will clear everything. So that is how we can write the script. So our script is hello world. So this is the first hello world script. Like now we have learned about how to write commands and get output. We have not learned all the commands that are present in this language, but still we learned how to execute these commands and how to type these commands. And definitely after this we can find many commands on Linux on websites, and we can just copy paste that and try that on our system and see how it works and what are the commands that are working. So by now we know all the architecture of system, all the architecture of Linux and how it works, and also how the commands are work, and how to combine multiple commands with each other and create a common output. So now let's write a batch like shell script. So its format will be .sh. So slash, so you need to create a new file using touch or anything. So you can write touch hello world.sh. It will create a new file. Just go into that file and type these commands. So hash not slash bin slash sh. So this is a shebang line, shebang. So this line is used to tell the compiler which compiler should be used to run this line. So so since if we are using Python, so if we write Python, in Python we also write shebang lines. So in this line we can write Python and the path of that Python. So what the system will do is, if we write that code, if we run that code ever, it will run from that version of Python. So if you have Python 2.7 and Python 3.6 in the code, and we want to specifically run our program with Python 3.6 only, so we can write here Python 3.6, yeah, Python 3, and it will work fine. Then this is a comment, and by comment it means is it will not be visible and it will not work. It is just for human readable format. Then there is echo. So echo hello world, and this is the command that will get executed. Then again this hash, this is a comment too. Then if we run this file, if we run this dot the file name hello world.sh, it will give us the output hello world. So that is the final output of that script. And so that is the uh, completion of at least the slides that are present in this course. And now we've learned how to create script, how to write scripts and use the commands that are present. And after that we will be practicing some assignments and some more commands that will be useful. So the theory part and the theory lecture, everything is completed in this course. So that's it.